Okay, this is a video for the Indy Resident Group, and this is basically to help you understand the difference and why there's a difference between residents and Indy residents. Now, the main reason for that is just because residents are probably a little bit older, they don't have an email address, they've maybe never used the computer, but when they do get a message from one of their loved ones, one of their family members, or a friend, they get it without having to use email. They're alerted again by this flash box that tells anybody in the community who has mail. So if I have mail, all I have to do is remember my passcode and I go get it. My name is John. I'm in my private pages. I read my mail, I write my mail, I see my friends list, I use my calendar, I use my journal. Now the difference obviously is that those in the Indy Resident Group, they already have an email address. So if they're in the Indy Resident Group, their names will never appear in this flash box on lists of people that have mail in the system. Okay? What they get is an actual email in their standard email account that's coming from the community that says you have new mail, much like you would if you were on Facebook or another social networking site. So now let's say I'm an Indy resident, independent resident, and I have a computer in my apartment or my condo or whatever it is, and I already have an email address I'm going to use, and I was in my email and I found out that I had a message on the system, so then all I do is I go log into the system. Now that doesn't mean that an Indy resident can't walk down to one of the shared computers and log in from this home page and receive their mail if they want. Now you'll notice a little bit of difference in the screen. Again, this is for the Indy resident, and as soon as the Indy resident logs in, it says welcome Alex. So this is his personal page. This is where his mail is located, and he's got some other features in here that we're going to go over in a second in the subsequent videos. And his community information menu is a little bit longer and it has a couple of more features. So that's essentially the difference between the resident group and the Indy resident group. The resident group is alerted on the flash screen that they have mail. They use a code to access their mail and their private pages. If you're an Indy resident, you log in using your email and password, and then you're immediately in your private area.